After the market closed today, I looked at how Arcimoto did. The results were what I had been predicting for a long time. Hi, this is Anthony. Welcome back to my show where I look at everything in the world from penny stock investing to unsolved mysteries like D.B. Cooper and Jack the Ripper. So let's get a few things out of the way first. The only reason to invest in stocks is to make money. If you have some other reason, then you're not going to be successful. If you want to save the planet, you don't do that by buying a stock simply because the company makes EVs. I do not own any shares of Arcimoto anymore. I'm not shorting the stock. I'm not advising anybody on shorting the stock. I have nothing against the company, its management, or shareholders. I live in Oregon and I want local companies to prosper and their shareholders to eventually make a profit. That being said, Arcimoto has never made money. Their execution over time has been terrible. They don't hit their targets, and we all know that they've had problems at the management level. Manufacturing anything in the United States profitably is very difficult, much more difficult if what you're manufacturing is a vehicle for various reasons. The cost of labor is very high. Of course, we've experienced global supply chain issues due to recent health situations over the past few years. Electric vehicles such as these are very expensive relative to what you get, and foreign manufacturers could easily undercut Arcimoto on price and match on quality. Over the past year or so, I've created dozens of videos warning people against Arcimoto. For a while, in 2021, it was a high flyer, as you can see. Nearly 2 years ago, an investment of $637.40 would now be worth $2.48. And this is adjusted for the split from a few months ago. Okay, so how did it do today? Here's a chart for today. It's a little difficult to see, but the dotted line around the $6 mark was where it closed it yesterday, and you see that it dropped $3.64, which is nearly a 60% drop in one day. Here's the 5-day chart. It looks much better. The decline over the past 5 days is only 32%. 1 month, you'd be down almost 36%. In the past 1 year, you'd be down over 98%. And all time, if you would have bought at the IPO, you'd be down 97.76%. Now, generally in my videos, I encourage people to look at the fundamentals of companies. I've discussed the fundamentals, that is the financials of this company, many times in videos. I'm not going to spend time looking at them in this one. They're now irrelevant for a company that there is an extremely high chance of them filing for bankruptcy. I understand that buying stocks is sometimes like dating. You may be dating somebody who is not perfect and in fact has a lot of problems. The relationship may become toxic, but you still want to hold on because you don't think that you're going to be able to find anyone else to date. You would rather be in a toxic relationship than to be single. I get that. But if you're holding on to Arcimoto, despite my warnings and other people's warnings, and despite what the fundamentals of the company have been doing throughout their entire history, and despite what the stock price has been doing, you probably need to have a serious conversation with yourself about this toxic relationship that you have with owning the security. We all make mistakes when we buy stock sometimes, but you don't need to have a difficult conversation with somebody else on why you're breaking up with them. Getting rid of a toxic stock is much easier. It literally takes a few keystrokes to sell a security. If you haven't done already, I'm not giving you advice, but you probably should think about selling your Arcimoto. When it comes to dating, they say that there are plenty of fish out there. There are billions of people in the world. Many of them are going to be better than the person that you may be in a toxic relationship with. There are perhaps 10,000 different securities just in the United States that you can invest in. Much more if you're able to buy foreign securities with your brokerage. Redeploy your Arcimoto money into something else. Our local alternative newspaper, Willamette Week, has a recent article about Arcimoto. I'll paste in the text of that into the following slides, but I'll also have a link to it in the show notes. I'm using their information under the fair use doctrine. I have no tie to the company, but I encourage you, if you're interested, to go to their website, read the article, patronize their advertisers, or whatever you think is appropriate. So again, this is going to be the end of my narration, but I'll leave up those slides for a while for viewers to read. Of course, if they're not up long enough, you can pause and then restart the video. Thanks again and good luck in investing. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel. Hopefully click the like button and leave a comment in the comment section below. Thanks.